Welcome, everybody. Yes, we're back. I Hit the Ropes podcast with your good brother J News and the pink girl in her own pink world. We're about to go over some topics and review and preview some things. So let's get straight into the topic studio. But before we do, J News, you got something to tell the good people?
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As I, your good brother Jay News, back at it again for the first time in quite some time. Apologies for the long absence and hiatus, but we're here to give you everything, as in Delores said, having to do with some wrestling news and catching up with everything that we have watched over the last couple of weeks. So please stay tuned and comment as you usually do, and let's get the show on the road.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, and it's my first stream on my brand new computer. So I appreciate y'all. Y'all prayed for a sister. Over to the topic studio. Let me bring J News up. They didn't want J News to be great. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna start off with the topics. And the first topic is something I picked, something I had put in the system a long time ago. But it is, I want to say congratulations to Io Sky and formerly known as Eva. Okay. J News, what did you say? What did you feel when you saw that they had gotten married?
I was highly confused, just because I wasn't aware that they were still together. There was always conflicting news out there that they were together or not together, or what the deal was, if it was long distance or not, if she was alone here or not. And it's like, all right, well, all that went out the window. They got married. They're both here in the U.S. now. We got Evil, aka Naraku, wrestling over in NXT. Io Sky is still doing her thing on WWE, main roster, killing it as she usually does, even though she needs more storyline stuff and more stuff to do right now currently. But happy for the two of them. She mentioned in a comment online, I believe, or to some sort of a media outlet, that all of us don't know the other side of evil, aka Naraku, aka Mr. Watanabe. So I'm glad that she's happy. I'm glad that they're happy, and I'm glad that they were able to share the joyous news with the rest of their fans and the folks out there.
Yes, it was cool to see her. Like, they had many versions of the announcement. Like, they did like the New Japan style. They did like the American, like, just cool. And then they did the marriage with what you see, the wedding dress and him in the suit. And while they were like fixing her dress and he was like pulling his suit together, she got really emotional in that video. And it was like, to see her kind of whatever dream she had as far as like coming to America, doing things, it's fruition, and I'm very happy for her. You know, they don't look like a parent child anymore. They look like two grown adults, and I'm happy for them. So next on to the list is what J. Lou sent us in, and it was Mick Foley signing with AEW. J News, what do you feel about this?
I thought this was interesting because there had been news in prior weeks out via Fightful and other outlets that Mick Foley would eventually end up with AEW, being that he had either I believe the actual news is that he let his WWE Legends deal expire.
Yeah, he had issues with the scandal and everything, and did not like the surrounding issues that were happening with WWE, which I will talk to. That it's like That's been a growing thing with people, that the issues or the scandals that WWE has caused them not to no longer watch WWE. Okay. I would like to clarify. I watch WWE, and I mean, if y'all didn't see my short, I had to have it out with somebody in my comments this last weekend because they felt like I shouldn't have been watching it. My thing about it is I stand on certain morals and certain things. Okay, the individual person doing the thing is not everybody doing the thing. Okay, and I can separate those two things. Also, if that was the case, every wrestling company I can point out two or three people who got some problems, and I wouldn't be able to watch wrestling whatsoever, past and present. There are people, even in AEW, who have been accused of things, who are cool with people who are accused of things. So, like, come on now, what moral high ground are we gonna stand on? Like, you cool with this, but you ain't cool with that. You okay with this, but then can't. Somebody can do this, but you can't do that. That's the problem I have with people saying they morally. I believe Mick is very well in tuned, and he has the right to do whatever he wants to do. But let's make it clear: every wrestling company got a problem. It's just whether or not you gonna stand on your moral high ground for that program or not. But let's not make it seem like AEW and every other company is not in some kind of have had not scandals or problems or anything.
Yeah, just not to that degree though. So that's what Mick is standing on at this point. So, um, like you said, everybody has the right to do and think and feel the way that they want. He felt a certain way, specifically about the lawsuits and specifically about their not AEW, WWE's public political standing. Public, right? It's one thing to know who other people support behind the scenes, but as long as they don't attach it to their business model, it's a different story, right? And that's really where Mick is standing. As per Mick signing with AEW specifically, um, it's interesting. He's gonna fulfill the same kind of role that I think that Big Show does, or Paul White. I'm sorry, and in the sense of that he'll coach the talent when he's there. I believe that they officially made him a part of the commentary team. Hey, Tan, um, they officially made him a part of the commentary team, so he'll be doing commentary and things of that nature. I'm not too sure how often he'll be doing it, but we'll see as to how that goes. But he did debut on AEW's big May pay per view of Double or Nothing. I was there live for it in New York City and stuff like that, and it went over very well. So we will see as to what Mick Foley ends up doing with AEW. I know there's a lot of rumors going around that he wants to wrestle his last match there. I'm not too sure if that'll happen, but we shall see. And I think that this is only a positive for AEW, just in the sense of having somebody who's such a veteran and so revered in the industry, and somebody who more or less within his heyday wrestled the same kind of style that AEW promotes and stuff like that. So I think he can only be a help for the AEW roster and staff more than a hindrance. So good on Mick Foley for signing with AEW and sticking with something that's wrestling based. So hopefully he gets to give back the way that he wants.
Yes, yes, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, we're on to the next topic, which is New Japan. New Japan was Bushi Road selling their 70% stake uh, to TV. I can't pronounce the name. That might be a J News one. And Cyber Agent. J News, what do you think about this? Because I know you got some
Yes.
thoughts.
So I put this in the list for the topics that we should talk about, because I feel like this is it's more important than people are making it out to seem. Bushi Road, the parent company, or was the parent company of New Japan Pro Wrestling. Bushi Road is a company who's also the parent company of, I believe, trading cards, not trading cards, and like a big card game. I forget which game it is specifically, but they're a company that financially started to have a little bit more issues in recent years, because their market, whatever market share that they had wasn't going as great as it used to. And then I believe the higher ups and executives that were involved with the original purchase of New Japan Pro Wrestling were no longer around and stuff like that. So that's one of the parts as to why Bushiroad sold, and also the real part as to why they sold their stake in New Japan is because New Japan wasn't really making them any money. So that's that. TV Asahi is the one of the national TV networks in Japan, and Cyber Agent is the parent company of companies like Pro Wrestling Noah, Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling, and DDT. So it seems that one particular company, Cyber Agent, is going to be owning the majority of the Japanese televised wrestling scene at this point. And I'm not too sure how well that's gonna play out throughout the next give it a couple of years or so. I don't see this being a positive step for New Japan. New Japan already a lot. I know a lot of the fan base uh, isn't too happy after Tanahashi's retirement. People are complaining about the roster and how there's no real big stars and things of that nature, and how they didn't make any new stars with the younger generation and whatnot. And it's like it's been taking some time. I don't feel as bad or I am not as negative as some fans are on the newer generation guys. I feel that they have good young stars and guys like Suji and Uemura. Shota Umino's coming about. The company and their creative team, be it Dick Togo and or Gato, have fucked around too much with this whole House of Torture thing. No matter how popular it seems to be in Japan, it just doesn't go over as a wrestling act, really. And they've really, yet again, speaking from my own perspective, I feel like they've really diminished the status of a lot of the wrestlers that are involved in that faction, that are younger guys as well, be it like a Red Narita and things of that nature, who have not taken off. They're and guys like Show, and they just haven't taken off after they've joined that faction. And they need guys to step up, and have a higher status in those specific title scenes, be it the junior scene, be it the intercontinental title scene, and things of that nature. The promotion isn't really promoting those guys as the big stars as they are. And I don't know if selling it to TVSI or Cyber Agent's going to do them any better, to be quite honest. Now, between TVSI and Cyber Agent, is there more money involved? Sure. But that doesn't necessarily mean that New Japan's going to get any of that money. So, in this case, I just don't see this as a good look. If they end up on national TV more often, then hey, that's great. But I don't think there's a guarantee to it. And yeah, that's more or less my perspective of it all right now. And I myself, as a long-standing New Japan fan since the '90s, and late '80s, I'm down on the product right now. But that has more to do with booking than anything else. So I feel that a creative shakeup is probably more that'll be doing something that has to do doing their due diligence, right? Either Cyber Agent and TVSI doing better due diligence towards New Japan Pro Wrestling if they get a new creative team behind the booking and the promoting of the company, more than it having being sold at this point. Now, to state something, to be clear about something as well, Bushiroad did not sell Stardom. Bushiroad are still the parent company of Stardom, the women's wrestling organization in Japan. So Stardom and New Japan Pro Wrestling are now two separate companies and entities, as they once were before a few years ago. So that's what I wanted to touch on New Japan wise.
Yeah, and I understand. And plus, they're losing a lot of their big name talent. So when you see it going down, you might as well jump off the ship. Ladies and gentlemen, the next topic is Nikki Cross and Big Damo about Progress Wrestling in the UK. J News, what do you think?
I thought this was first of all, I thought this was random, really, really random when this came across me, and I immediately thought to myself, okay, Nikki always talked about wanting to give back. Damo's been talking about giving back since he left the WWE, and he has, in his own way, returning to the UK indie scene and things of that nature, and continue to work here stateside when he can. But then buying Progress was really a random event. Immediately, just from a feeling standpoint, I thought it was a good thing. That's just me because I know of Nikki Cross and Big Damo being thought of very highly amongst the UK indie wrestlers and things of that nature. And in that scene, they helped create that buzz and rise in the early 2010s for it. So them being the new owners of Progress, I think can only be a good thing, especially after all their experiences within the WWE and Damo with TNA and MLW and stuff like that. So I think that they can bring their minds together from a promotional and creative standpoint and production standpoint here and help Progress out. So I hope it's a positive. I'm cheering for them. I'm hoping for the best for them. But I thought, like I said, it was random and surprising news, but a positive nonetheless. What about you, Dolores? What do you think?
It was surprising, but again, I've always preached that when people like, why did they go back to WWE? Why were they sticking around WWE? Okay, so listen, this is why. You get your money so you can do the things you truly want to do. You think that not being in WWE didn't allow them the money to save up to buy this company, and Progress has been having really good shows. So that's why I tell people it's yes, it could be a dream to go to WWE, but look at all the doors that is afforded once you get there. You get money. You get to also have it's almost kind of like somebody I heard somebody mention it about Grammys. You get a certain type of money when you get a Grammy, but you also get a certain type of money when you're not a Grammy nominee. That's on your title. That's something ain't nobody gonna take away from you. You might not have won it, but now you can ask for a certain type of cachet that you probably couldn't if you weren't Grammy nominated. So also working for WWE is like, hey, I used to work for the big company. Yes, they didn't use me right. Yes, I might have had a crappy character, but they hired me. They could have hired anybody else. They hired me. Okay. That's why you see a lot of conventions in different places. People who are even the lowest of lowest trash will put their name as former WWE superstars such and such because you get an extra little bump. So yes, they use their cachet and their money to do something good, and I appreciate them for that because I love Progress, but I feel like with their name attached to it, they probably can get them in spaces and places that they probably couldn't before. So with that being said, next topic: Myla Grace is the latest talent to leave TNA. She asked for her release and was granted. J News, what do you feel about it? See, listen, she looks all cute and bubblegummy.
You know, I thought this. The only thing I could really say, I thought this interesting because this is the second time she's been granted her release from a different company. For folks who don't know, Myla Grace spent some time in Japan with Marigold, and she left Marigold for what seemed to have been reported as greener pastures. Then we see her end up on over at TNA. From what I was made aware and what I read, she wasn't really used as much as she wanted to be, and she is the latest women's talent who had asked for her release and was granted it. Danny Luna being another one in previous months and things of that nature. I don't necessarily know where Myla Grace goes from here. I have never seen her wrestle. If I'm being honest, I picked up on this just because it was another talent asking for the release from TNA. Seems to be some sort of not a trend when it's two people, but like at the end of the day, there have been women in the last couple of years. Also mentioning Michelle Shaw, who's left as well, and asked for her release and stuff like that. So it seems to be something going on over at TNA with the women specifically.
A
So
lot of before she got there, not including Mila, a lot of the women left because of the way they treated what's Gail Kim.
Gail Kim.
Yeah,
Okay.
and the way they handled her, also the way that they have sometimes handled Mickey, they don't like that either. So women felt like they weren't getting even though they were having good to great matches like the men, they weren't getting as much shine. They like top billing pre-show. They're not really. As far as Mila, I've seen her wrestle in different places. I wouldn't say it. I would put her just a little bit above Jade. So that's what takes me back. Is like you think you that good to just like I'm gonna go high. First of all, now if you think you can go higher, right? You have screwed yourself because yes, you might go to AEW. They might put you in ROH, and that's the best you're gonna get. If you thought that you were a talent to be taken into the WWE, they just saw you quit over there. Do you think they really want to take you? And if they do take you, do you think you're gonna make main roster? Or are you just gonna be like LFG NXT? So that's what I'm saying. And because this is a track record with her, so she has to do better. I think she thinks sometimes I think certain wrestlers think more highly of themselves than they should. This is the prime example. Ladies and gentlemen, on to the next topic. Kaylee Ray, formerly known as Apple Fire. Kaylee Lee Ray, sorry. Kaylee Ray, sorry. Formerly known as Apple Fire, made her wrestling debut back to the UK Indies on June 5th. J News, did you see it? And what did you think about it?
I did. I did. I was waiting on this because I was hyped just to watch the Pro Wrestling Eve show for Miyu Yamashita versus Chris Statlander and stuff like that. And the buzz was early on, weeks prior, that she would be making her return here. But then they had made an announcement that the specific return wouldn't be happening and things of that nature. And I was like, okay, well, they still have somebody in question, so we'll see as to who comes out for this particular show, and it ended up being her. Um, don't necessarily know the specifics here, contract wise, for her, because this is before the 90 days, or should I say, what is usually the 90-day period for wrestlers to make appearances for other wrestling promotions. Usually, in the fine print in these contracts, when it comes to wrestling promotions, it really determines not being able to make appearances or wrestling for televised wrestling promotions. In this particular aspect, Pro Wrestling Eve isn't televised; they're streamed on YouTube, and you have to pay for it. So I don't necessarily know if there's a legal out here, or just for the fact that Alba didn't have to serve, or Kaylee Ray didn't have to serve the
Yeah.
full 90 days, or whatever the case is. But whatever it is, doesn't matter. The crowd was electric. The crowd was on fire. They recognized her music right away. The Eve fandom welcomed her back with open arms. She was damn near crying when she got back in that ring. It was a great moment to see. It was great to see her back on the UK Indies, where I first caught wind of her, and her style and everything else in between. I hope that she gets to express herself and wrestle the way that she wants. Now that she is back on the Indies and stuff like that, I would be remiss if I didn't say that um, it would be a disservice for any other televised wrestling company to not look into possibly contracting her in the future and stuff like that. But it was great to see her back on Pro Wrestling Eve, and great to see her make a return and stuff like that. Up and everything positive for her going forward and stuff like that. And yeah, it was cool to see. It's cool to see.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're on to the next topic. Oh, click it. You don't click it. Click it. There we go. The Butcher and the Blade had their contracts, let their contracts expire, so they're no longer signed to AEW. What do you feel about this, J News?
I thought this random, really, to be quite honest. Just because I earlier, not this, it's early June, so earlier in May, the Butcher, aka Andy, had been on a podcast, and very he was talking very positively about a possible return to AEW TV now that his partner, the Blade, was healthy and they were back doing indie dates together and stuff like that. And they were just waiting on a call, basically, right? And then when this came down, um, a couple of days ago, I said to myself, what's AEW really doing with their tag division right now? That's a question that I posed to myself. And I understand that the Butcher and the Blade hadn't been used in over almost 2 years, and that has more to do with the Blade having that back injury more than anything else. But I thought this news to be random and surprising. I thought that these guys could have been used in the tag division um, as a good heel tag team or a good face tag team, being that they would be returning and stuff like that, especially with Blade's back injury and stuff like that, and how people usually gravitate to folks coming back from injury. But I hope nothing but the best for these two dudes. They seem to be very well respected and very well liked in the AEW locker room and in the indie scene, and I hope nothing but the best and success for the Blade and the Butcher going forward. I hope to see them back in AEW at some point as well, because their tag division needs the variety and the help. So because I feel like it's been clogged up with the same tag teams at the top for quite a bit and quite a while now. So I hope to see them back one day. But whatever they do in the immediate future, I hope nothing but the best of success for those two guys. And it's just a shame that they didn't have the opportunities that other tag teams had, just due to injury and things of that nature, and things that were out of their control.
Yeah, I know they've had some vocalized some issues, even vocalized some issues when the Bunny was with them that they didn't quite like how they were being booked. So I wasn't surprised at all. Ladies and gentlemen, I do got something to say about this topic. The Young Bucks are on record saying they would like to have the Good Brothers back signed to AEW. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna tell you this. Kind of weird that they mentioned this week when they have been hinting, actively putting it out there that the New Day is coming to AEW. And they have, well, the Bootio shirts, they've mentioned it like jokes behind the BTE. They have been putting this out. And so I thought the spotlight would be on the countdown to the New Day coming to AEW. Instead, they were like, oh no, we would like the Good Brothers to come with us too. I mean, no issue with the Good Brothers. But they might be some good brothers, okay? But they not that good. Okay. I've seen them on indies lately. I've seen them. I think Doc is. I mixed them up. Doc is the one with the long braided beard, the high Asian wife, right? No, that's not it, Doc. That's whatever. The shorter one. Let me say it like that, because my brain is scrambled. If you all do not know, and you all see me disappear, I am sick as a dog. Uh the shorter one of the two is really good as a singles wrestler. But you put them two together, they're funny. Promos lately ain't been the greatest. Wrestling in ring look like they gassed. I don't know if this is gonna be good, but if this is what you want in your tag team division, go ahead and knock yourself out. J News, what you think?
I thought it interesting for them to put this out publicly, especially through BTE and stuff like that. That they've gone to management about possibly having the Good Brothers come back and whatnot. The reason as to why I say I find it interesting is because they did some shots with AEW before, even though they were signed to TNA at the time, um, and they really didn't do anything with them while they were there. So obviously, I understand that it would be different if they were signed AEW talent, but how much different would it be? To Dolores' point as well, um, I don't like to besmirch or disparage the Good Brothers. It's part of the reason as to why that's a part of the moniker, part of my moniker, and stuff like that. Those guys blessed me years ago, but you know, aesthetically, Chad and Gallows look great, but when it comes time for them to do the in ring work, it's sometimes it does leave a lot to be desired, to be quite honest. So we'll see. I know they've been mainstays on MLW in recent months and weeks. They do their shots in Noah as well. I know they've done some shots for Scott Demore and Maple Leaf Pro and stuff like that as well. So the Good Brothers have always been about making their money and making towns, which is great. It's fantastic. But at the end of the day, with how wrestling minded the AEW roster is, I'm not too sure how their work style is going to go over with the fan base. So, like I said, I thought the Young Bucks comments interesting. I understand that Chad and Gallows are very good friends of the Bucks. Don't get me wrong. I get why the comment, but from a wrestling and business standpoint, it's like I don't know.
I think
I
I
don't know.
think listen, the Good Brothers are about money. And that's a running joke on their little podcast. They about money. So I wouldn't be surprised if they waiting for AJ to bring them back in so they can do some funny, goofy, stupid stuff or be in NXT. As long as it's about the money. If the money look good, they there. And I'm just about I see them a lot because I watch a lot of indies and I'm just about through with this. But ladies and gentlemen, on to another AEW topic. Grand Slam Mexico will be on August 5th. J News, are you ready? Where's the sign? There we go. Are you ready for Grand Slam Mexico?
I
Yeah.
love last year's episode of Grand Slam Mexico. I am waiting for this year's episode of Grand Slam Mexico with bated breath, as they say. There's a few reasons why. Obviously, the first reason is their partnership with CMLL and just how well that partnership has gone for both companies. I can care less what anybody says about booking. CMLL has been on a heater right before they had that partnership with AEW, and they were on an even bigger heater after the fact that they partnered with AEW and stuff like that. So the CMLL talent is great. CMLL has Soberano Jr. and Zandokan Jr. back, two of their younger, bigger stars, uh, making their waves in recent weeks and months. Match of the year contenders and the faces of that company right now, which haven't even landed on AEW TV yet. So I hope that those guys get a shot at this AEW Grand Slam Mexico event this year. I know Mystico's been hurt lately, so it's an opportunity for those younger guys to step up into these roles and stuff like that. Obviously, we've seen how well Persephone has done and Mascara Dorada and stuff like that. Hechicero as well. I know that Hechicero and Commander and Beast Mortos currently are having visa issues. Hopefully, all that stuff is sorted by August as well, so that they can get onto this show. But Grand Slam Mexico last year, and showing Arena Mexico on cable TV, man, it was a thrill to see. That crowd was electric, and I can't wait to see it again. Just being a lifelong fan of lucha libre and how it's composed and how AEW just melded so well into that scope. I thought it was great last year, so I hope for bigger and better things this year. What about you, Dolores? Are you looking forward to this show at all? Did you like last year's? Did you watch last year's show?
I watched last year's. I love, despite what everybody thinks, I love AEW because I'm into like fast, somewhat hardcore at times. Because you got me when you get a little hardcore, wrestling, and so I did appreciate it. I watched a little CMLL this year, more than I did before, and I love CMLL. I also think that which we'll talk about in a minute. The show from WWE, the Noches de los Grandes. I'm surprised you didn't like that show too much. Okay. I was like, I thought going in it was just gonna be cheesy. But then I actually liked it. Because if you all do not know, the only thing I did not like, what you all know from the shorts, is that we had like one time J News I ran my almost 3 minute be right back 3 times because we were on break that long. And then when I came back, we still had to wait another 3 minutes. So that's the only thing I don't like. Like, because they don't do that to, and mind you, this was on YouTube, wasn't on one of the streaming platforms. So it was no reason to have that much long. And also, another thing, if you're going to do AAA or CMLL or whatever, and you're going to bring it to YouTube, and you have a English commentary desk, why not put it on the channel for English? Because AAA was, that show was only in Spanish.
That's not true, Dolores. I was, when I was watching the AAA show, I had Corey and Rey Mysterio, and
On
I forget
YouTube, when it was live on YouTube, they didn't have them. They
yeah,
had
I watched it live. It was,
no,
it was,
that's what I'm saying. I watched it. I watched it on the Lucha Libre worldwide, and they only had the Spanish at first. So that's what I'm saying.
Well,
Why would you have the Spanish at first?
I'm not sure how you ran into that, but when Noche de los Grandes, specifically for the mask versus mask match, which is what I ended up watching, and it was
Yeah, they
running
came on
live.
for that, but I'm talking about like I watched all the first shows of it, and it was just in Spanish. Now the Bailey and them came on last night, which they recorded the night of, which I don't understand. I really don't understand that. You had, and that's the reason why if you look at the slides, they're not. They're just in the thing. So what they do is they record. They recorded Noches de los Grandes whole. But the next 2 episodes of on Fox was part one of the Noches de los Grandes, and then the last 2 matches were the matches that came on last night. Which I was like, if we saw the whole first thing, why'd you just put the second episode as the episode that came out the weekend? That really irritated me. That irritated me because I'm like, I want to be able to have a good time, not a long time. We were there for a long time. That's the only thing I had a problem with. CMLL, I love them. I can't wait to be able to access everything a little bit more easier. Because some of these shows, if you don't know, maybe not J News, but me, I gotta go in dark holes and back alleys to find. And so I would like to be a little bit more accessible, and I would cover them more. Even when we have YouTube episodes for ROH and different things, those are accessible to people who probably would never see your product. So if you do like special episodes like AEW is doing and all of those things, that'll make you interested into doing it. Even with WWE, you putting your first 2 matches on ESPN. If somebody ain't got ESPN, then what's the purpose? I can't see it. So you might want to put it on YouTube and ESPN. I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, last thing for J News today is the NXT PLE Great American Bash. We'll go ahead of AEW's Forbidden Door and TNA's Slammiversary on June 28th. J News, what do you think about that?
I put this on the list for the only reason that I wanted to talk about this. This is probably the dumbest thing the WWE has done in the longest time. I don't know why they figure that this is a good idea, specifically for the NXT talent, specifically how NXT is being run right now, specifically with how down ratings are for NXT because of the transition period that they're in, and because of the lessons that they did not learn the last time that they went head to head with AEW events specifically and only, let alone add TNA to that. I think this is a dumb idea. I understand that it's on national TV because it's going to air on the CW, and more people are going to have access to that show. But are more people really going to watch that show? Is the question at the end of the day. Um,
Yeah.
and me speaking about that specifically, just aiming at the talent, not it being their fault, but a lot of the talent on NXT TV right now is new. People are getting ingratiated with them. They are not the biggest. They're not the biggest stars right now. They are transitioning this new team of men and women on NXT TV into the WWE zeitgeist and into the WWE universe. I think this is a bad idea. I think they should have made the show. I think they should have put the show on another day. Um, if not completely just foregone that Great American Bash for this year specifically, and look forward to another PLE or event for NXT. Just because of what is going on with NXT right now specifically.
Now,
Yeah, that's my
from
take on it.
my understanding, because I have to go months ahead. But y'all do not know, sometimes these thumbnails and stuff, even though they might come up weeks and days before, months ahead, they're already set out. Um, because this is my birthday month. I wanted to see what was going to happen in June. 28th was already marked out for a pay-per-view, but it wasn't marked out for, it didn't specifically say what pay-per-view. So I knew in April what day a pay per view would land on in June. That's why you all saw me throw up May's whole pay per view list, is because I had already saw it. I scheduled it out. It was already done. Uh, when it came to June, I wanted to make sure, because they have made the mistake, and I'm glad they didn't do it this year, of putting a pay per view next to my birthday. Okay, because I was about to say y'all ain't gonna get no Wild July. But I saw the 28th marked off. Did not know if it was going to be a main pay per view or if it was going to be an NXT pay per view. That's when Sean's announcement came that 28th was going to be on the CW. And I was like, oh, well, I thought this pay per view was going to be Peacock regular day because this date was marked off. I don't know when Forbidden Door, I don't know if they had been, but I know months ago I saw the date locked out. So they knew that date was already locked off. Didn't know what the date was gonna be. Maybe they thought, well, we're not gonna throw a main pay per view up there. We're gonna just, because we got other pay per views. They could have did some small pay per views, some regular things, Saturday night main event. They could have did something. They chose that date and they were gonna stick to it. And instead, they threw NXT out there instead of doing it themselves, which is crappy when it comes to these men and women working hard and trying to make a name for themselves to be thrown under the bus, because it was listed as a WWE pay-per-view, not an NXT pay-per-view, because they'll label it NXT. So I thought maybe something else was going in that slot on the 28th. I'm sad that they getting thrown out there like that, but I hope they have a good show. Right now, I ain't gonna say they are, but I hope
Look,
so.
look. At the end of the day, I feel like I said, NXT right now is going through through a transitional period. Their ladies are still carrying the banner for the company right now. Um, I give everyone on that particular roster credit for um, just for making it onto TV on a weekly basis with how shoddy production has been on NXT in recent weeks and months and nature. So it's not the same NXT from even 2 years ago, let alone the revered black and gold era at this point. So it's a lot to take in specifically for this date. I understand, like you were saying, Dolores, that they had this particular date locked down for something. As you know as well, when it comes to AEW, they lock down their dates months, if not a year in advance. So this Forbidden Door date's been in the can since January, I think, or whatever. So it's that's not new to them. Slammiversary is the same time of year every year. So
Yeah.
it's like, what are we doing here? You know,
It's like Slammiversary definitely wasn't gonna move. They weren't gonna move. I know that what WWE does is that they will throw out dates where you can go on cage match or whatever and see them booked up. They're booked up, I think, to almost 2027. But some of those dates don't specifically have what's happening on that date. It's just a show, it's a thing, it's whatever. Uh and so that's why even some people on their websites will just put, you know, pay-per-view or whatever. You can guess what it might be because it's something that happened around the same time last year, but you're not for sure. And also, we are now going into the 2 day era where everything is 2 days. Even with AAA, they're going to 2 days. So you don't know who would win, where, why, what, and they also, you know, in historically last year, changed venues, changed cities. So I feel bad for them. It was, I mean, I saw the June date like way, way ago, probably even last year when they throwed out the date, but it's not locked in. And that's the only thing about it is they have the ability to move and scramble, but they didn't move and scramble NXT and they put them at a default, and that's sad.
they should have just canned the date and moved another NXT PLE to another date at the end of the day. Especially
You
now,
know what they're gonna say? They're gonna say, "Well, NXT was scared of Forbidden Door." You know how the people do, and then also Great American Bash is has become a thing that they tribute to Dusty. So now you throwing a tribute show in the trash, and it comes becomes a whole big thing.
but they
So at
could
this point,
they didn't have to throw it in the trash though, Dolores. They could have moved it to 2 or 3 weeks later. It could have been in July. At the end of the day, it's still the
I think they have shows in July. Then they even AAA might have a show in July.
you know
And
what I'm
so that's
saying.
what
It doesn't like the amount of shows obviously doesn't matter at this point because look at all the shows that they put out as PLE or major shows just in the month of April alone. So it's like moving into July wouldn't have been a bad thing. And plus, the Great American Bash, um, historically, has been in July. So I just don't understand this.
I know normally they have more than one pay-per-view in June. And normally it's around, I think last year was the AAA WWE where it wasn't the Noche de los Grandes, I forgot the name they called it. And
The
it literally was
Worlds Collide. Worlds Collide.
worth a lot. It was right near my birthday, and I was like, "You sons of that made me mad." But at a certain point, I think that they just Sean is fighting an uphill battle. You know, he even looked defeated in the video he put out. He it, he fighting an uphill battle, and I don't know what he can do about it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of our topics. Me and Jay News, we appreciate you. We up here in the here we go. I'm all on. Yes, it's time for the Hit the Roast podcast, ladies and gentlemen. And I gotta get through these weeks, J Dudes. I've been loading them up, but I ain't been doing them. And thank you all for continuing to support and wait and be patient with us. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna start out with WWE. I'm not gonna go in depth in none of these shows, okay? Maybe tell you 1 or 2 points, but I'm not gonna go in depth in none of these shows. I got 90 million shows to do, and let's start out with WWE. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna start out with Raw 1719 on the 4th of May. This is how long we've been gone. JD McDonough defeated Finn Balor. Ethan Page and Rusev defeated Javon Evans and Penta. Joe Hendry defeated Austin Theory and by DQ. Obafemi defeated Otis. Los Americanos Hermanos Bruto and Credo and Julio and Credo. And the original El Grande Americano defeated Los Americanos, the Bravo Americano, El Grande Americano, and Rayo Americano. Listen, I'm tired of saying that. WWE, then we're on to WWE 1720 on the 11th. Joe Hendry and the Street Profits of Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford defeated the Vision of Austin Theory and Braun Breaker and Logan Paul. Javon Evans defeated Rusev. Io Sky defeated Sol Ruka. 2-on-1 handicap match. Obafemi stomped down Los Graza of Angel and Berto. It only took him 52 seconds. Uh, the AAA Mega Title Championship match, we had Dominic Mysterio defeating the original El Grande Americano. Ladies and gentlemen, we're on 1721. On the 18th, okay, we had the street fight. Finn Balor defeated JD McDonough. Tornado six-man tag match of Los Americanos, defeating Los Americanos Hermanos, okay, and the original El Grande Americano. For the WWE Women's Tag Team title match, Brie Bella and Paige defeated the Judgment Day of Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez. Seth Rollins defeated Austin Theory. We're on to episode 1722 on the 25th. For the WWE Intercontinental title match, Penta defeated Javon Evans. Bailey and Lyra Valkyria defeated the Judgment Day of Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez. Seth Rollins defeated Montez Ford. And for the WWE Intercontinental title #1 contendership match, Rey Mysterio himself defeated Rusev. We're on to the last set of matches that happened this Monday, which was on the 1st. It was episode 1723, a non-title King of the Ring first round match where Obafemi defeated Carmelo Hayes, Penta, and Solo Sikoa. We had LWO of Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio defeat Ethan Page and Rusev. We had a Queen of the Ring Fatal 4-Way a match for the first round. Io Sky defeated Julia, Lash Legend, and Roxanne Perez. We had Seth Rollins defeat Braun Breaker. Ladies and gentlemen, we're on to NXT. We're going to go all the way back to episode 836 on the 5th. Callie Armstrong defeated Jada Parker. We had Jackson Drake defeat Jasper Troy. We had the Culling, Izzy Dame and Nico Vance defeat Lola Vice and Miss Iguana. We had Dark State, Cutler James and Osiris Griffin defeat Hank and Tank of Hank Walker and Tank Ledger. We also had a non-title match with Tony D defeated Tavion Heights. On to the next episode, which is on the 12th, episode 837. Lizzie Rain and Tatum Paxley defeated Nikita Lyons and Zaria. Naruk, I can never pronounce the name. Naruku. J News, help me out.
It's Naraku.
Naraku. See, listen, I never can pronounce that man's name right because you know what? I used to hate to say his old name. Okay, I hated evil. Now Naraku is killing me. Naraku defeated Lorenzo Dorado. We had Birthright, Channing Lorenzo, Charlie Dempsey, and Hurricanes defeated E.K. Prosper, Sean Legacy, Tate Wilder. Jackson Drake defeated Noam Dor. Tired. Kalani Jordan defeated Kendall Gray. Episode 838. We had Cam Hendricks and Mason Rock defeat Miles Bourne and Tony D'Angelo. We had Tristan Angels and Romeo Moriano. Listen, I am so sick and tired today. Okay, not a wrestler. I love wrestling. As you hear my voice sleep. We had for the WWE Women's North American title, Tatum Paxley defeated Lizzie Rain. Kiana Carver defeated Tate Wilder. For the WWE NXT Tag Team title match, the Vanity Project, Brad Baylor and Ricky Smokes defeated Dark Slate of Dion Lennox and Shaquan Sugars. We're on to 839, was on the 26th. Non-title match, Kalani Jordan defeated Winston Clare. For the WWE Speed title #1 contendership match semifinal, Dorian Van Dux defeated, well, it was a time limit draw, with Sean Legacy. Jada Parker defeated Layla Diggs for the #1 contendership for the Speed title. Romeo defeated Nathan Frazier. Shiloh Hill defeated Charlie Dempsey. And for the NXT Women's title match, Lola Vice defeated Izzy Dane. Episode 840, which happened this Tuesday. On the second, Zaria defeated Lizzie Rain, OTM, Brocco Nima, and Lucian Price. Which, if you haven't seen the video, they got back together with Jada Parker on the indie show, which was very nice. They defeated the Culling of Nico Vance and Sean Spears. Jackson Drake defeated Tate Wilder. For the WWE Speed title match, Lexis King defeated Romeo. We had Dark State, Dion Lennox, and Osiris Griffin defeat Miles Bourne and Tavian Heights. For the WWE NXT title match, Tony D'Angelo defeated Cam Hendricks. Now we're on to SmackDown.
Before
SmackDown, we're
you
going to,
before you get on to SmackDown, Dolores,
yeah.
I got a quick out, folks. I got to get out of here due to work purposes and things of that nature. So appreciate y'all for tuning in. Hopefully, I will be back for a full episode for next Sunday here on the Hit the Ropes podcast. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and doing everything that y'all usually do. There's my QR code, leads you to all my socials, be it on Twitter or Instagram, and or my Letterboxd account, which has all my written movie reviews for all the latest movies I've watched at the theater and things of that nature, and also as well as my YouTube channel here. So appreciate everybody for watching. As per the usual, I'll see if I get some notes down to write so that I can put things together for each prospective promotion next week and have some talking points on them. Be it that we had to catch up with so much stuff today. So yeah, appreciate y'all. Appreciate you as always, Dolores. I got to get going. See y'all next week, and take care, everybody.
Thank you. To the slide stage, ladies and gentlemen. We are on Friday Night SmackDown, 1394 on the 8th. We had women's United States title match. Tiffany Stratton defeated Kiana James. Tala Tonga defeated Damian Priest. Ricky Saints defeated Matt Cardona. Fatal Influence of Fallon Henley, JC Jane, and Laney Reed defeated Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, and Rhea Ripley. Royce Keys defeated Tama Tonga. On to the next episode. 1395 on the 15th. Non-title match. Trick Williams defeated The Miz. A non-title tag team match. Brie Bella and Paige defeated Kiana James and Julia. Carmelo Hayes defeated Ricky Saints. Damian Priest defeated Tama Tonga. Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair defeated B Fab and Michin by DQ. Undisputed WWE title number one contendership match. Gunther defeated Royce Keys. Now we're on to episode 1396 on the 22nd. Tala Tonga defeated Shinsuke Nakamura. For the WWE Women's United States title match, Tiffany Stratton defeated Lash Legend. A non-title match where Trick Williams defeated his old partner Carmelo Hayes. Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley defeated Fatal Influence of Fallon Henley and Laney Reed. Solo Sikoa defeated Damian Priest. In a non-title match, Cody Rhodes defeated Sami Zayn. On to 1397, which was on the 29th. We had Jade Cargill defeated Alexa Bliss. Axiom defeated The Miz. The MFTs, Tala Tonga and Tama Tonga defeated Damian Priest and Royce Keys. We had Sami Zayn defeat Matt Cardona. Carmelo Hayes and Ricky Saints ended in a double countout. Chelsea Green defeated Nia Jax. Now we're on to the episode, which happened on Friday. We had Zaria defeating Lizzie Rain. OTM of Bronco Nima and Lucian Price defeating the Culling of Nico Vance and Sean Spears. Jackson Drake defeating Tate Wilder. For the WWE Speed title match, we had Lexis King defeating Romeo. Dark Slate, which is Dion Lennox and Osiris Griffin, defeated Miles Bourne and Tavion Heights. And for the WWE NXT title match, Tony D'Angelo defeated Cam Hendricks. Now we're on to AAA, ladies and gentlemen, Lucha Libre Worldwide. We had on the 17th, which was on the 9th of May, Lince Dorado defeating Cruz del Toro and Octagon Jr. And we had La Catalina defeating Jesse Jackson. We're on to episode 18 on the 16th. La Parca and Mr. Iguana defeated Money Machine on De Plata, uh, De Oro, and the Nueve Generation, which was uh, Stanson and Forastio. I think that's how you pronounce it. They was made up. And they also defeated the Tokyo Bad Boys. We had a 2-on-1 handicap match where Galeno defeated Chris Carter and Drago. We had American Made, Brutus Creed, and Julius Creed defeat Aerostar and El Fiscal. We had on the 19th, which was on the 23rd, the AAA Cruiserweight title match, Laredo Kid defeating Ray Phoenix. We had Anything Goes tag team match with Los Americanos was versus Los Americanos Hermanos. It ended in a no contest. Ladies and gentlemen, we're on to episode 30th, which they broke up Noche de los Grandes into 2 episodes. And thank you all for who came out to the watch along. We had the Cruiserweight title match, Ray Phoenix defeating Laredo Kid in a title change. We also had a title change with a AAA Latin American title where El Hijo del Vikingo defeated El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr. We had a title change where in the AAA Tag Team Championship match where the World Raiders of Eric and Ivar defeated Pagano and Psycho Clown, and the mass versus mass match where Chad Gable, who was the original El Grande Americano, had to take off his mask and tell who he is and start a new start. He was beat by El Grande Americano. Second part, which was last night, episode 21 on yesterday. It was the AAA Cruiserweight title #1 contendership match where Lince Dorado defeated Mini Van Kingo, Octagon Jr., Joaquin Wild, and Cruz del Toro. We had Bailey, La Catalina, and Lola Vice defeated Las Toxas, which is Flama, Lady Marvella, and La Hadra. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're on to the Backlash pay per view, which you all came with me for a watch along. Braun Breaker defeated Seth Rollins for the WWE United States title match. Trick Williams defeated Sami Zayn. Danhausen and Mini Danhausen defeated Kit Wilson and The Miz. Io Sky defeated Asuka. WWE World Heavyweight title match. Roman Reigns defeated Jacob Fatu. Now, for the watch along we have for the Saturday night's main event, we're going to go through the results. That was on the 23rd of May. B-Fab, Jade Cargill, and Micha defeated Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, and Rhea Ripley. We had a non-title match where Sol Ruka and Becky Lynch ended by DQ. We had the WWE Intercontinental title match where Penta defeated Ethan Page. We had the women's tag team title match, and Brie Bella and Paige defeated the Irresistible Forces. We had the World Tag Team title match where the Vision, Austin Theory, and Logan Paul defeated the Street Profits. Now we're going to go on to the next watch along we had, which was on the 31st, and that was Clash in Italy. Ladies and gentlemen, for the undisputed WWE title, Cody defeated Gunther. For the women's world title match, we had Rhea Ripley defeating Jade Cargill. We had Brock Lesnar beating Obafemi. Oh my God, I can't take that. We have for the women's intercontinental title match, So Ruka defeating Becky Lynch in a title change. And for the WWE heavyweight title tribal combat match, Roman Reigns defeated Jacob Fatu. Now we're on to the AEW Dynamite. We had for the AEW Continental title eliminator match, John Moxley defeat Juice Robinson. For the AEW World title tag team title / AEW World Trios title #1 contendership double jeopardy match, Jesus Christ, Orange Cassidy defeated Dex Hardwood, Clark Connors, David Finlay, Rocky Romero, Stokely, Tommaso Ciampa, Trent Beretta. Okay. We had for the AEW International title, Kazuchika Okada defeating Brian Keith. Hikaru Shida and Chris Statlander defeating Harley Cameron and Mina Shirakawa. AEW World Title match: Darby Allin defeated Kevin Knight. Now we're on to episode 345. On the 13th, Adam Copeland, Christian Cage, Ernest Cassidy, and the Young Bucks of Matt and Nick Jackson defeated the FTR, Cash Wheeler, and Dax Harwood. The Dogs, Clark Connors, and David Finlay, along with Tommaso Ciampa. Mike Bailey defeated Westbrook. AEW TNT title match: Kevin Knight defeated Brian Cage. Will Ospreay defeated Ace Austin. Hikaru Shida and the Brawling Birds of Alex Windsor and Jamie Hayter defeated the Triangle of Madness by DQ, Julia Hart, Sky Blue, and Thekla. We have for the AEW World Title, Darby Allin defeating Konosuke Takeshita. Ladies and gentlemen, for episode 346, on the 20th, we had Don Callis' family, which was Andrade El Idolo and Mark Davis defeat Rick, and along with Ricochet defeat Chris Jericho and the Young Bucks. Great. Anything goes match. Mark Briscoe defeated Tommaso Ciampa. AEW Continental Title Eliminator match: John Moxley and Kyle O'Reilly went to a time limit draw. Athena and the Triangle of Madness, Julia Hart, Sky Blue, and Thekla defeated Mina Shirakawa and the Brawling Birds, Alex Windsor and Jamie Hayter, along with Thunder Rosa. AEW World Title match: Darby Allin defeated Mike Bailey. We're on to episode. Let me make sure I get the right episode. There we go. That was 376. Let's go to 347. Sorry, 347. 347 is on the 27th, ladies and gentlemen. And we had the Jericho defeating Ricochet. Boo. I would like to say boo. Superstation Showcase 4-way match. It was Roosh defeating Brian Cage, Leo Rush, and Ernest Cassidy. We had the Owen Hart Foundation 2026 quarterfinal match where Brody King defeated Claudio Castagnoli. TJ, Anna Jay, and Ty Mello defeated Allie Katch and Ava Everett. Non-title Owen Hart 2026 quarterfinal match: Mark Davis defeated Jack Perry. We're on episode 348, which happened on the 3rd of this week, which was Wednesday. We had the AEW World Title no countout match. MJF defeated Roosh. Mark Briscoe defeated Leo Rush. Andrade El Idolo defeated DK Bandu in 38 seconds. That was quick. That was quick. AEW TNT title match. We had. Go back. That's what I said. Go back. Oh no. Yeah. Let me see. I don't know why. I don't know why I keep me out of the studio. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to figure out what it's up, y'all. Let's see. Let's see. Trying to kick me out the studio. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on, you all. I'll fix this real quick. There we go. Now I gotta put it back on the stage. Y'all just won't let me be great. Hold on. Let's not go to that studio. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. This is StreamYard. I got a new computer. Oh, that's not the right one. Um, it decided it was gonna do its thing today. I was like, no, not today. Say not today. There we go. Let me go down to we were on we was on were we on we did ROH and we was on here. Episode 348. Let me go to the back so you all can we're on 348. That's where we're on. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. AEW World Title no count out match. MJF defeated Roosh. Mark Briscoe defeated Leo Rush. Andrade Idolo defeated. We talked about that. AEW TNT title match. Kevin Knight defeated Mike Bailey in a quarterfinal match for the 2026 Women Owen Hart Foundation tournament. Mercedes Moné defeated Alex Windsor, and for a non-title semifinal match for the men, Will Ospreay defeated Mark Davis. On to ROH. Ladies and gentlemen, we had on episode 165, on the 7th, Eddie Kingston and Ortiz defeated the Infantry, Charlie Bravo and Sean Dean. Pure Rules match, Josh Woods defeated Beef. We had Bang Bang Gang, Ace Austin and Juice Robinson defeat the Workhorsemen, Anthony Henry and JD Drake. We had Action Andretti defeat Nathan Cruz. We had Buster in the Brain, which is Alex Price and Jordan Oliver, defeated the Frat House, Cole Carter and Griff Garrison. We had the Spanish Announced Project and Helico and Serpentico defeat the Colognes. Eddie Colon and no, and they were with the Colognes. Eddie and Orlando Colon defeating Alexander Better Together, which is Gold and Hadar, along with Hunter James. The premier athletes are Ari Devine and Tony Nese defeated Karrion Gray and Main Man Oro. And for the ROH Women's World Title match, Proving Ground match, we had Red Velvet defeating Rachel Ellering. Adam Priest and Tommy Billington defeated the Grizzled Young Veterans. We had the Rascals of Damien Xavier and Myron Reed defeat, uh, along with Zachary Rent, defeat MXMTV, Johnny TV, Mansour and Mason. Okay. We had a YouTube special that happened on 12th. Alex Price and Jordan Oliver defeated Spanish Announced Project. Lance Archer defeated Trip Jordy for the women's pure title proving ground match. Deanna Perrazzo defeated Haven Harris. Evil Uno defeated Van Vertigo. We had 2-on-1 handicap match with Satnam Singh defeated Dave and Nick. We had Kit Sabian, Nick Wayne, and the Lethal Twist of Blake Christian, Jay Lethal, and Lee Johnson defeat AR Fox, El Fantasmo, El Sky Team, which is El Mascara Dorada, and Mystico, along with Michael Oku. Episode 166, they had Mina Shafir and MIT, which is Athena and Billy Starks, defeat Lacey Lane, Maya World, and Yuka Sakazaki. Death Riders, Daniel Garcia, Willa Yuta defeated Adam Priest and Tommy Billington. 2-on-1 handicap match. Saddam Singh defeated CD Bennett and James Tapia. We had a Pure Rules match. Josh Woods defeated Angelico. We had a 6-man tag championship match with Shane Taylor Productions. Charlie Bravo, Shane Taylor, and Sean Dean defeated Eddie Kingston, Mance Warner, and Ortiz. Blake Christian defeated Evil Uno. ROH Pure Proving Ground match for the women. Deanna Prazo defeated Casey Lennox. Dalton Castle and Outrunners of Truth Magnum and Turboy Floyd defeated Baby Keith, Charlie and Maddox. We had the Survival of the Fittest 2026 qualifying match where Zeta Steel defeated Hyan. We had ROH women's title match, ROH world title match, sorry. AR Fox defeated Nick Wayne in a title change. We had the premier athletes of Ari Daivari and Story Denali and Tony Nese defeating Ernest, JC, and Ricky. We had the ROH World Title Proving Ground match, Bandito defeating Action Andretti. Okay, there we go. We're on one episode 167. Action Andrade defeated QT Marshall. Hanan and Maya World defeated Alley Catch. We had, hold on, hold on, there we go. Pulling it up again. We had, they defeated Alley Catch and McKinney. We had Roosh and defeat Ryan O'Neal in a minute. Took that man out. Take me through there, take me through there. That's what he did there. Buster and the Brain defeated the premier athletes. ROH World Six-Man Tag Proving Ground match. We had Dalton Castle and the Outrunners defeat Foreplay. The yikes is the word. Leo Rush and defeated Aaron Solo. We had ROH Women's Pure Title Ground match where Deanna Prazo defeated Janai Kai. Mina Shirakawa and Queen Aminata defeated MIT by DQ. And we had an ROH World Titles television title match where AR Fox defeated Shane Taylor. I did like that match from that show. 168. It was on the 28th of May. We had the AEW National Title match where Mark Davis defeated Adam Priest. We had Anthony Ogogo defeating Darian Benston by referee's decision. We had a Pure Rules match where Viva Van defeated Rachel Ellering. And Helico defeated Oro. Maya World defeated Trisha Dora. Story Denali defeated Brooke Havoc. In a World Six-Man Tag Team Title Proving Ground match, Dalton Council and the Outrunners defeated the Frat House. The Lethal Twist defeated Cartel Grillo, okay, which is Hayden Seal, KJ Impala, and Rosario Grillo. For the ROH World Title match, Bandito defeated Valdaro Jr. For the ROH World Television Title match, AR Fox defeated Desmond Xavier. We were on to the episode that happened this week, which is 169. The Rascals, Myron Reed and Zachary Ritz defeated Grizzled Young Veterans, James Drake and Zach Gibson. Queen Aminata defeated Lacey Lane. Serpentico defeated the Colognes. For the ROH Women's Pure Title Proving Ground match, Deanna Perazo defeated Isla Dawn. We had Brian Keith defeat Tommy Billington. We had for the ROH Pure Title Proving Ground match, Lee Moriarty defeating Matt Warner. Leo Rush defeated Griff Garrison. The Kingdom, which is Mike Taven and Mike Bennett defeated Bustin' the Brain, Alex Price and Jordan Oliver. For the ROH Women's World Title Proving Ground match, we had Athena defeating Hayan. On to Supercard of Honor. We're going to break those up into 2 episodes. The first was on the 15th, ladies and gentlemen, and that was, I'm not the first. The first part is 0 Hour, which was on YouTube if you want to go back and watch. We had Sammy Guevara defeating Action Andretti. Roosh defeated LSG in 42 seconds. Mina Shirakawa and Queen Aminata defeated Janaka and Lacey Lane. The Rascals, Desmond Xavier, Myron Reed defeated the premier athletes Arya Daivari and Tony Nese. On to the main card of Supercard of Honor. We had a Pure Rules match where Nigel McGuinness defeated Josh Woods. For the women's title match, we had Red Velvet defeating Viva Van. For the World Television title match, AR Fox defeated Leo Leo Rush. We had for the women's pure title match, Deanna Purrazzo defeated Diamante. For the ROH pure title match, Lee Moriarty defeated Ace Austin. For the World Six Man Tag title match, we had a title change. Dalton Castle and Outrunners of Truth Magnum and Turbo Floyd defeated Shane Taylor Productions. We had an AEW national title match where Mark Davis defeated Zelua. We had for ROH world title match, Bandito defeating Blake Christian. We had for the ROH world title, Survival of the Fittest 2026 Eliminator match, where Athena defeated Billy Starks, Maya World, Trisha Dora, Yuka Sakazaki, and Zeta Steel. Now we're gonna go on to AEW Collision. AEW Collision episode 143. For those who I'm gonna come up on the screen. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Is it coming up? Is it coming up? Let me see. There we go. For those who don't know, we miss some weeks. And when we miss weeks or we miss like 2, 3, 4 weeks, we go back and cover it so you know what is happening in that span of time if you weren't watching it, so you know what happened and what might have changed to get to where we are now. But back to the back I go. Ladies and gentlemen, for episode 143 of Collision, on the night, it was called Fairway to Hell. I don't AEW national title match, Mark Davis defeated Jack Perry, title change. AEW world title, tag team title, Divine Dominion 5-minute eliminator challenge. Divine Dominion, Lena Cross and Megan Bain defeated Rachel Leigh and Ruthie Slay. We had Mike Bailey defeating Karrion Gray. And for the AEW world title no countout match, Darby Allin defeated Pac. Episode 144, we had AEW Trios Champion Eliminator match where the conglomeration defeated Shane Taylor Production. We have for the TBS Championship, Willow Nightingale defeating Red Velvet. We had the Ops of Samoa Joe and Anthony Bowens defeating the Lethal Twist of Jay Lethal and Lee Johnson. We had the AEW Women's Tag Team Championship 5-minute eliminator where Divine Dominion defeated Alley Catch and McKinney. We had the Mark Davis and the Dogs of Clark Connors and David Finley defeating the Rascals, Myron Rentz, Zachary Wentz, and Myron Reed, Zachary Wentz, and Desmond Xavier. We had the AEW World Championship where Darby Allin defeated Sammy Guevara to retain. On episode 145 on the 20th of May, Will Ospreay defeated Katsuyori Shibata, with Rush defeating TJ Crawford in a minute and 1 second. He been getting it, a little bit more. AEW World Women's World Title match, and Women's World Tag Team Title 5-minute challenge eliminator match. Divine Dominion defeated Ellie and Kyla Lopez. For the AEW World Tag Team Title match, FTR defeated the conglomeration. Episode 146 on the 27th, Death Riders, John Moxley and Pac, along with Will Ospreay, defeated the Rascals, Desmond Xavier, Myron Reed, and Zachary Wentz. Andrade El Idolo defeated Ace Austin. And we had a lights out Philly street fight where Chris Statlander defeated Hikaru Shida. On the 30th, they had another show, which was opposite. They labeled one episode 146. With the World Trios match, the conglomeration defeated Don Callis family of Lance Archer, Rocky Romero, Trent Beretta. We had an AEW Women's World 5-minute challenge eliminator match where Divine Dominion, which is Lena Cross and Megan Bain, versus TJ, Alan J, and Mello ended in a time limit draw at 5 minutes. Hikaru Hazuki, Hazuki defeated Maya World. Lee Moriarty defeated Tim Bosby. Episode 147. And that was yesterday. For the AEW Women's World Title match, we had Divine Dominion defeating TJ. Shane Taylor defeated Alan Angels. Tommaso Ciampa defeated Beef. Clark Counters defeated Juice Robinson. For the AEW Trios World Championship, the conglomeration of Kyle O'Reilly, Orange Cassidy, and Roger Strong defeated La Facción Ingradable of Jalistico, Rush, and Sammy Guevara. Death Riders, Claudio Castagnoli and John Moxley and Pop defeated Shane Taylor Productions of Charlie Bravo, Lee Moriarty, and Sean Dean. And for the quarterfinal of the 2026 Owen Hart Foundation tournament, uh, Hazuki defeated Persephone. Now we're on to Double or Nothing. We're going to go back to the buy-in first. That was on YouTube. That was on the 24th. Which J News went to, so hopefully we'll hear some more about it next week. AEW Women's World Title match, 5-minute elimination match. Divine Dominion defeated Viva Van Zeta Steel. Death Riders, Claudio Castagnoli, Daniel Garcia, Will Yuta defeated the ops of Anthony Bowen, Hook, and Ketsui Shibata. We had Boom and Doom, Big Boom AJ, and QT Marshall, along with the conglomeration of Mark Briscoe and Ernst Cassidy and Roderick Strong, defeat Shane Taylor Production, Anthony Ogogo, Charlie Bravo, Lee Moriarty, Shane Taylor, and Sean Dean. On to the actual pay-per-view on the 24th. AEW World Tag Team Title I Quit match. Adam Copeland and Christian Cage defeated FTR in a title change. AEW International Title, Konosuke Takeshita defeated Kazuchika Okada in a title change. The quarterfinal match of the 2026 Owen Hart Foundation Tournament, Athena defeated Amina Shirakawa. In the AEW Continental No Time Limit match, John Moxley defeated Kyle O'Reilly. In the men's quarterfinal tournament match, Will Ospreay defeated Samoa Joe. In the quarterfinal match for the men, Swerve Strickland defeated Bandito. In the women's world title four-way match, Thekla defeated Hikaru Shida, Jamie Hayter, and Chris Statlander. In the Stadium Stampede match, Jack Perry, Jericho, The Elite, Kenny Omega, Matt, and Nick Jackson, along with the Hurt Syndicate of Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin, defeated Don Callis' family of Andrade El Idolo, Mark Davis, The Demand, Bishop Khan, Ricochet, and Toa Leona, and the Dogs of Clark Counter and David Finlay. And last but not least, the AEW title versus hair match was MJF defeating Darby Allin, who had to lose it on TNA. TNA Impact 1138. We're gonna go into 1138. No disqualification match. Eric Young defeating EC3. TNA World Tag Team Title match. The System. Bear Bronson and Brian Myers defeated Casey Navarro and Nick Nemeth. We had Neon Slater and Moose defeat The System, Cedric Alexander, and Eddie Edwards. TNA Knockouts World Title match. Lee Yingli defeated Ariana Grace in the title change. 11:39 on the 14th of May. TNA World Number One Contendership Battle Royal. Eric Young defeated BDE. Trying to get down. We had Sacktown where Eric Young defeated BDE, Bear Bronson, Brian Myers, Dutch, Eddie Edwards, Elijah, Frankie Kazarian, Jason Hodge, John Schuyler, Mr. Elegance, Mustafa Saeed, Special Agent Zero, and Vincent. We had a Sacktown street fight with AJ Francis, boo, defeated Casey Navarro. We had Allie and Rosemary defeat the Diamond Collective of Mila Moore and Victoria Crawford. We had a TNA division title Best 2 out of 3 Falls match where Cedric Alexander defeat Leon Slater, to become champion. Episode 1140, we had Indy Hartwell defeating Elena Black by DQ. Matt Hardy defeated Vincent. TNA International title match with Mustafa Ali, John Schuyler, and Special Agent Zero, along with Mustafa Ali had these people that are going, defeated Chaz Hall. Zaya Brooks defeated Jada Stone. TNA World Tag title match, we had Mike Santana defeating Steve Macklin. I love Mike Santana. If you all do not know, I think he's such a great wrestler and a good dad. 11:41 on the 28th, we had the men's champions challenge 10-man tag match with Elijah, Eric Young, Frankie Kazarian, Casey Navarro, and Leon Slater defeated Mike Santana, Mustafa Ali, The System, which is Bear Bronson, Brian Myers, and Cedric Alexander. TB, if you all do not know, I'm going to come on camera and tell you. Where am I? TB, I call her TB, the lady that's defeating Harley Hudson, because she is said some things. This is what I'm talking about. She says some things, she does some things. I don't want to say her name. And just like TB, she made me sick. So let me go back to the back. Chandler Lorenzo defeated Santino Marella. Fabian defeated Eddie Edwards by DQ. Knockouts Champions Challenge 6-man men tag match was Atlanta 6-man. Sorry. The first one was the men, these are the women. Elena Black, Marseille, and Zaya Brooks defeated Li Ying Lee and the Elegance brand. They also not good on my book. The show that came on the 4th this week is 11:42 was the Hometown Man defeating John Schuyler. Heather by Elegance defeating Brittany Brooks. Indy Hartwell and Santino Marella defeating Ariana Grace and Chandler Lorenzo. Eddie Edwards defeated BDE. And then we had the Wicked Garden match where the Righteous Dutch and Vincent defeated the Hardys of Jeff and Matt Hardy. On to MLW. They now have a show on YouTube that is called MLW Fusion. I didn't get this week because I didn't see it, but maybe they skipped a week. But the first episode was episode 195 on the YouTube on the 30th. Shotzi Blackheart defeated Priscilla Kelly. Scarlett Bordeaux defeated Aaliyah James. Austin Aries defeated Trevor Lee. The Good Brothers of Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson, who we talked about earlier, defeated Joe Coffey and Mark Coffey. We had Diego Hill defeating Adam Brooks. Zamaya defeating Carolina Cruz. Alex Hammerstone defeating Bishop Dreyer. On to my favorite shows of... Listen, I love a good hardcore show. And when I mean hardcore, I mean, you talking about light tubes and people going through stuff. That's my jam. That is my jam. Okay? So, with that being said, we're going on to GCW. First show, Gateway to Hell 3. No, sorry, Gateway to Death 3. I'm sorry. They always got the weird, it's weird thing, and I'm like, that's what Gateway to Death 3. Okay. Gateway to Death 3 was on the 16th of May. Teriyaki defeated Gavin Ash and Hunter Drake. Teriyaki defeated Gavin Ash, Hunter Drake, Junie Underwood, Logan, and Victor Analog. Nikki XS defeated Shasa McKenzie. Viperous defeated Jimmy Lloyd. Gary J defeated Mad Dog Conley. Bear Bronson and Slade defeated Bang and Matthews Office, August Matthews, Davey Bang. Lil Sicko defeated Joey Janela. Cowboy Wade, which is one Carl Manders, and Thomas Shear defeated VNDL48, which is Atticus and Otis Cougar. For the ultra-violent title death match, we had Matt Tremont defeat Jameson Shook. And for the death match, we had Anakin Murphy defeat John Wayne Murdoch. Then we had Ring of Dreams. Ring of Dreams was the next show up. On the 17th, we had Dante Leon defeating Adam Wright, Clay Cooper, Gavin Ash, Junie Underwood, and Victor. We had Leon King defeat Jimmy Lloyd. We had KJ Orso and Sam Stockhouse defeat Unsigned and Don't Care, which is Anakin Murphy and Gary J. Teriyaki defeated Cannon. We had Vipers defeating Oren. We had Bear Dozer, which is Bear Bronson and Matt Tremont defeat Bang and Matthews, August Matthews, and Davey Bang. CPA defeated Jay Flower. We had Thomas Shear defeating Otis Cougar. And for the GCW World Title match, we had one Kyle Otis Cougar defeat one Kyle Manders. That was a real hardcore match. We had GCW and BZW now or never come up on the 23rd of May. It was Connor Mills defeating one Kyle Manders. Let me go back up because I'm like, where? Let me go back up. Trying to go back up to see the name of the people here. Let's see. There we go. BZ. So we had Rivality, which is MBM and Sombra, defeat Mao Yoshiko, Jeffrey John, and Jimmy Lloyd in a title change. We had KJ Orso defeat Ricky Sosa for the GCW World Title 3-way match. Atticus Cougar defeated Drew Parker and Viperous. Shotzi Blackheart defeated Corey Zero. DDT Universal Title 3-way match. Sumi defeated Gringo Loco and Lewis. For the BZW title match, we had Trent Seven defeat Joey Janela. It's good when you get to see people like change over into different things. So listen, now we got GCW and SAJ, which is Squasha Jobber Wrestling, live in Milan. Okay. Live in Milan was on the 24th on Triller TV. We had SAJ Combat 6-way title match where Goro defeated Flamingo, Sharp, Irene, Jeffrey John, and Rust. KJ Orso defeated LG. SAJ openweight title match, Gringo Loco and defeated Lupo by DQ. Vipers defeated Shotzi Blackheart. GCW World title match, it was Atticus Cougar defeating Maury. We had Marique defeating Joy Janela, and for Team GCW, they defeated Team SAJ in the competition. Okay. Now, we're going to go on to what happened last night. Listen, your girl was up doing some slides and watching some hardcore wrestling. Okay. Don't hate me, hate the game. Ladies and gentlemen, for Tournament of Survival 11. Not today. Not today. It happened yesterday. I don't know why I put today's date there. It happened today. Not yesterday. It's yesterday. We have a show today. It's Kate. We'll talk about that. We'll preview that. But there's a one today. It's similar to one tomorrow, so I must be mistakes. But it's happened on yesterday. The first round match where Vipers defeat Anakin Murphy. We had these are first round death matches. We had Mr. Danger. Watch yourself. The man right here. Sing it. It's been so long since he won a match. Defeated Dr. Redacted. We had a first round match where Messiah Takeda. Listen, I'm messing up. Messiah. Defeated Jonathan Gresham. I was sad. I wish Jonathan had won. We had Nino Extremo defeating Lil Sicko. We had in a semifinal match, Mr. Danger defeat Vipers in a semifinal match. Takeda defeat Nino Extremo. And then the final death match was Takeda defeated Mr. Danger. On to Progress Wrestling. Day one of the Strong Style 16 tournament. That was the first day, was on the 3rd. And we had quarterfinal matches. and it was Jay Joshua defeating Simon Miller, Rio defeating Stephanie Mays, Charles Crawley defeating Elijah Blum, Shotzi Blackheart defeating L.A. Taylor, Spike Trivet defeating Peter. We had Giselle Shaw defeating Scott Smithson, Charlie Sterling defeating Leo Rush, Kanji defeating Holly Barlow, Carl Noir in the no disqualification world title match at the end defeated Man Like DeReese to win the title. We're on the day two. Day two was on the 4th. We had a pre-show match, a pre-show UWF rules match with Connor Mills and Mark True. I really can't remember who won. I have to go back and find it out because no, but I can't remember even watching that part of the match. We had Rio in the semifinal match. Rio defeated Shotzi Blackheart in the semifinal match. Charles Crawley defeated Jay Joshua in the semifinal match. Giselle Shaw defeated Kanji in the semifinal match. Charles Sterling defeated Spike Trivet. We had a Progress Atlas title match where Gene Money defeated Jerry Blackwell. The Experience, L.A. Taylor and Scott Smithson defeated Harley Barrow and Stephanie Mays. Leo Rush defeated Elijah Bloom, Peter, and Simon Miller. For the final match of the tournament, Charles Crawley defeated Charlie Sterling. That was it. That was it. That was it. Oh, and for the women, final match, Riho defeated Giselle Shaw. I had to rejog my memory. HOG, Waging War. Raging War came on the 22nd of last month. Kevin Knight defeated Amazing Red. Non-title sanction match. Lena Cross defeated Shotzi Blackheart. Angel Jaquez defeated JJ Does, JJP, Jody Ora, Casey Navarro, Mike G. Fumi defeated Raheem Royal. Fumi defeated Angel in 9 seconds. He was like, I ain't playing with you. I'm tired. HOG Cruiserweight match, Darren Richardson defeated Leo Rush. HOG Crown Jewel title match, Della Fatu defeated Kim Broadway. For the HOG heavyweight title match, Charles Mason defeated Joey Silver. We had for the HOG title tag team title match, the Hardys, Jeff and Matt Hardy defeated Super Smash Brothers of Evil Uno and Stu Grayson. New Japan Pro Wrestling. We're going to start off with Wrestling Dantaku 2026. I'm trying to be like Jay News when I grow up, okay? So Wrestling Dantaku took place on the 3rd of last month. We had Master Wato, Toriano, and Yo defeating Taguchi, Nakahara, and Tiger Mask. We had the Knockout Brothers of Oscar Yudo Ice defeating Masatora Yasuda, and Homna. With El Desperado, Mystico, Tai Chi, Yoramura defeat TMDK, Harley Jackson, Koji Fujita, Robbie Eagles, and Oyowa. We had United Empire of Hanare and Will Ospreay defeat Goto Revolutionary Army of Hiroki Goto, Masamuro, and Yoshihashi. We had Konosuke Takeshita and Shota Umino defeat the House of Torture, Chase Owens, and Yujiro Takahashi. We had Unbound of Daki Nagai, Joella Maloney, Robbie X, Shingo Takagi, and Taiji Ishimori defeat United Empire, Callum Newman, Francisco Akira, Jake Lee, Jacob Austin Young, and Zane J. We had Aaron Wolf defeat Don Fale. We had Never Openweight title match where Ren Narita defeated Oleg Bolton. And for the IWGP heavyweight title match, there was a change. There was a title change where Andrade El Idolo defeated Yonosuke. On the second day of Dantaku, which is on the 4th, we had a pre-show match where Yoshida defeated Nakahara. We had for the NJPW World Television Championship, Konosuke Takeshita defeated Chase Owens. Unbound Cole of Daki Nagai and Gato defeated Taguchi and Matsumoto. We had Knockout Brothers, Oscar and Yuta Ice defeat Shota Umino and Homna. We had Aaron Wolf, Master Wado, Tiger Mask, Toriyano, and Yo defeat House of Torture of Don Fale, Ren Narita, Kanemaru, Yujiro Takahashi. We had Taichi and Uemura defeat TMDK, Harley Jackson, and Oiwa. IWGP Heavyweight Title match where El Desperado and Mystico defeat the Ichiban Sweet Boys in a title change, uh, which is consists of Koji Fujita and Robbie Eagles. We had a never open weight title match change where United Empire, Great Khan, Hanare, and Will Ospreay defeated Bishamon, Hiroki Goto, Ole Bolton, and Yoshihashi. IWGP Heavyweight Title match. We have Callum Newman defeating Shingo Takagi. Ladies and gentlemen, now we're going to go on to Ignition to Dominion. Okay, so it came on the 6th. It was House of Torture, Sho, and Kanemaru defeating Taguchi and Nakahara. We had Master Wado, Toriyano, and Yo defeat Goto Revolutionary Army, Goto, Matsumoto, and Yoshihashi. El Desperado and Taichi defeated Shota Umino and Homna. TMDK, which is Kosei Fujita and Roy Oiwa, defeated Yasuda and Uemura. We had Aaron Wolf, Oleg Bolton, and Tiger Mask defeat House of Torture, Dick Togo, Ren Narita, Yujiro Takahashi. We had United Empire of Francesco Akira, Great Khan, Hanare, Jacob Austin Young, Zane J defeat Unbound Code, Daiki Nagai, Gato, Oscar, Taji Ishimori, and Yudo Ice. And then the last match is Unbound Code, Shingo Takagi and Yuda Suji. Listen, tongue tied. Defeat United Empire, Callum Newman, and Jacob Lee because Yoda Suji pinned Newman in the main event. He earned the IWGP Heavyweight Title match against Newman in Dominion in Osaka Joe Hall on the 14th. Now we're going to get into the Super Junior. That's a Super Junior. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the blocks. Block A has Francesca Akira, Kosei Fujita, the winner from last year, Jun Kasai, Daiki Nagai, Taguchi, Teton, Valente Jr., Master Wado, Nick Wayne, Robbie X. Block B consists of El Desperado, Robbie Eagles, Hayo, I think I pronounced that right. Taiji Ishimori, Kanemaru, Kushida, Sasuke, Sho, Yo, Jacob Bastian. Listen, y'all about to see me fight for my life because J News out here. The first day was on the 14th of the Super Junior. We had Block B matches and Block A matches, but Block B matches would start. So I'm going to say B match. I'm going to tell you the match. So B match was Taiji Ishimori defeating Jacob Austin Young. So you get 2. B match, DQ, Sho. Got a DQ on Kanemaru. Got 2. A match, Taguchi defeated Daiki Nagai. We had Hayo defeat Yo in the Block B match. Now here's the Block A match. Nick Wayne defeated Robbie X. Block B match. Kushida defeated Robbie Eagles. Block A match. Teton defeated Master Wado. Block B match. Sasuke defeated El Desperado. Block A match to end the night. Koji Fujita defeated Francesca Akira. Now we're on to day 2, 16th. Best Super Juniors. Block A match. Valente Jr. defeating Daiki Nagai. Block A match. Taguchi defeated Master Wado. Block B match. Yo defeated Jacob Austin Young. Block A match. Robbie X defeated Francesca Akira. Block B match, Sasuke defeated Kushida. Block A match, Teton defeated Jun Kasai. Block B match, Robbie Eagles defeated Robbie Eagles, but I know that's not right. I forgot who he faced. I have to go back. A, Koji Fujita defeated Nick Wayne. B match, El Desperado defeated Taiji Ishimori. Now we on to Mayhem. Mayhem came on the 16th. Cam defeated Kane Harris. Graham Hughes and Horace defeated Levi and Zach Kelly. Bronny and Don Fale defeated Sean and Thor Keith. We had JL Gold and Maddie Short defeat Generation Iron, which is Jack Max and Peter Prince. We had Daryl versus Kurt Brown ending the double count out. Nico Bell and John Recon. Nico Bell defeated John Recon. And then in the last match of the night for the tag team match, there was a title change with the Ungrateful Ones, which is TJ and Trent Hooper, defeated the Pretty Boys of Magic Mark and Pretty Ricky. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next slide. Did it go to the next slide? Did it go to the next slide? Did it go to the next slide? How did you go to the next slide? Hold on, you all, while I pull up the next slides. I think it just only let me put up 100. And I'm like, no, we had more than 100, sir. Let me just go ahead and pull them up for you so we can eliminate all of that. Let's see. Let's see. New Japan. Let's see. New Japan. There we go. I think we're on day. Let's see. Trying to see where it's at. Let's see. What days have we covered? I'm just gonna put them all in there. This is the wonderful thing about live. They will do some things that you didn't expect them to do. I think the last one we covered, because we've never done over 100, like 100 some sides before. So day 2 is where we left out. Okay. So what is this? This is day 3. Okay. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Yes. Let's see. Let's see. So this is day 3 of the New Japan World Best of Super Junior. Sorry, they got a world coming up on the 17th. So with that being sealed, trying to make sure I get all the slides in there. Let's see. There we go. Trying to get the next slide in. There we go. The next slide is in. Okay. Okay. So the Best of Super Juniors Block A match. Teton defeated Daki Nagai. We had that was on the 17th. We had Block B match. Kanemaru defeated Austin Young. We had Block A match. Taguchi defeating Violante. I'm pronouncing it out. Jay News is going to get on me in a minute. Listen, I'm fighting my mom. Like, listen, I just don't realize I did like 200 slides, and I never really have. I've did way over 200 slides, so I've never done that before. So maybe it was like, sis, you are doing too much. I was like, not me, not Oscar the cat. It's like, yes, you cat, yes, you. So I had to manually put them in there. We had Block B match Show defeating Kushida. Also, get you a friend like Tim who will come in when you fighting for your life. Uh, Block B match Show defeated Kushida. Block A match Francesca Akira defeated Nick Wayne. Block B match Sasaki, and I just said it right and messed it up. Defeated Hayo. We had Block A match Master Wato defeated Robbie X. Block B match Yo defeated Yoda Suji. Not Yoda Suji. Taiji Ishimori. See, I get flustered. Block B match, we have Yo defeating Taiji Ishimori. Block A match, Jun Kasai defeated Koji Fujita. Block B match, the last match of the night, we had Robbie Eagles defeating El Desperado. Okay. So now let me go to, there we go, day 4. Day 4, we have, we have on the 20th, we had Block B matches, Jacob Young defeating Kushida. Block A match, Jun Kasai defeating Daiki Nagai. Block B match, Kanemaru defeating Robbie Eagles. We had Block A match, Nick Wayne defeating Taguchi. Block B match, we had Taiji Ishimori defeating Sasuke. We had Block A match, Teton defeating Violante Jr. We had B, El Desperado versus Hayo defeating Hayo. We had Block A match. We had Master Wato defeating Francesca Akira. Block B match ended in the DQ with Yo and Show. We have a Block A match was the end of the night. Robbie X versus Koji Fujita. Okay. There we go. I'm not playing with you today. There we go. Okay. Block day 5. Day 5 was on the 22nd. With Unbound Co. Gato and Taiji Ishimori defeating Nakahara and Matsumoto. We had United Empire, Jacob Young and Zane J defeating Sasuke and Yashuda. We had TMDK, Harley Jackson, Robbie Eagles, and Oyawa defeating Tiger Mask, Toriano, and Yo. We had El Desperado, Hayo, and Kushida defeating the House of Torture of Dick Togo, Sho, and Kanemaru. Then we go to the block matches. Block A, Nick Wayne defeated Nagai, Daki Nagai. We had Block A, Teton defeating Taguchi. Block A, Francesco Akira defeated Violante Jr. Block A, Jun Kasai defeating Robbie X. Block A, Master Wato defeating Koji Fujita. On to the next one. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to delete as I go and add as I go. So, ladies and gentlemen, we on day 6. Mind you, I gotta get through 14 of these. United Empire, Francesco Akira and Zane J defeated Unbound Co. of Daki Nagai and Gato. TMDK, Harley Jackson, Robbie Eagles, and Oyawa defeated 6 or 9 Master Wato and Taguchi along with Matsumoto. We had Unbound Co. Robbie X and Teton defeat Nick Wayne and Tiger Mask. Block A match. Violante Jr. defeated Jun Kasai. Block B match. Hayo defeated Kushida. Block B match. Jacob Young defeated Sasuke. Block B match. Taiji Ishimori defeated Kanemaru. Block B match. El Desperado defeated Sho. Block B match. Robbie Eagles defeated Yo. So again, I'm clicking on. So excuse for all the new ones you all here. Okay. So also I'm trying to pull this up. Make sure this is all I need. Let's see. Trying to make sure. Let's see. Okay. So I know I got some more to hand, y'all. Let me get to it. There we go. So day 7 on the 24th, we got Sasuke and Yasuda defeating Matsumoto and Toriano. United Empire, Jacob Austin Young and Zane Jane defeated Desperado and Tiger Mask. Tiger Mask. Tiger Mask. We had TMDK, Robbie Eagles, Oyawa defeat Unbound Gato, Taji Ishimori. Ayo, Kushida, and Yo defeat House of Torture, Dick Togo, and Show, and Kanemaru. Block matches. Block A, Francesco Kira defeated Daiki Nagai. Block A match, Master Wado defeated Valente Jr. Block A match, Kose Fujita defeated Taguchi. Block A match, Robbie X defeated Teton. Block A, Jun Kasai defeated Nick Wayne. Okay. So we're on day 8. Day 8 was Matsumoto defeating Tetsuya Matsumoto. Defeating Nakahara. We had TMDK defeating Matsura Yusura, that's how you pronounce that. Toriano and Violante Jr. 609 defeated Unbound Co. with block matches. This is where we're going to get into. Block match. Block B. Kanemaru defeating Sasuke. Block B. Sho defeating Hayo. Block B. El Desperado defeating Jacob Austin Young. Block B. Kushida defeating Yo. Block B. Robbie Eagles defeating Taiji Ishimori. Block A. Francesca Akira defeating Jun Kasai. We're on to day 9. Day 9, Tiger Mask will take on defeat Matsumoto. TMDK defeated Sasuke, Yasuda, and Toriano. House of Torture defeated Unbound Co. El Desperado, Kushida, Yo defeated the United Empire. We're on the block messages, block messages, block matches. Sorry. I'm telling you, my voice is leaving me and I'm trying to get through this like a champ in the night. Block. So we had Block A, Master Wado defeating Daiki Nagai. Robbie X and Block A defeating Taguchi. Block A, Nick Wayne defeated Teton. Block A, Kose Fujita defeated Violante Jr. On to day 10. Day 10, somebody say me. Unbound Code, Daiki Nagai defeated Nakahara and Matsumoto. So Unbound Code beat them. Nick Wayne and Violante Jr. defeated Masura and let me just call his last name. Yasura and Tiger Mask. 609 defeated United Empire. TMDK defeated Unbound Co. And then we had Block B match. Jacob Austin Young defeated Hayo. Hayo. Pronounce it wrong. Block B match. Yo defeated Kanemaru. Block B match. Robbie Eagles defeated Sasuke. Block B match. El Desperado defeated Kushida. Block B match. Taiji Ishimori defeated Sho. We're on to day 11. Day 11. Hold on, y'all. Let's see. Let's see, y'all. Let's see. And I don't even see it. Talking about it had it. I don't even see it. But ladies and gentlemen, Block 11, it was Block A match, Robbie X versus defeated Daki Nagai. Block B match, Kushida defeating Kanemaru. Block A match, Akira versus uh, Taguchi. Then we had, trying to see, I'm getting blind. Getting blind. That's how you know you're getting old when you got to squint to see. I did show defeating Sasuke, Block B, Block A, Nick Wayne defeating Violante Jr. We had Block B, Robbie Eagles defeating Jacob Austin Young. We had Block A, Jun Kasai defeating Master Wado. We had B match, which was Taji Ishimori defeating Hayo. We had the Best of Super Junior A match, Block A match, where Kosei Fujita defeated Titan in the last match of the night. B, Yo defeating El Desperado. Ooh. Let's see. Let's go over day 12, which was on the 3rd of this week. Block B, Show defeated Jacob Austin Young. Block B, Taji Ishimori defeated Kushida. Block B, El Desperado defeated Kanemaru. Block B, Yo defeated Sasuke. Block B, Robbie Eagles defeated Hayo. Block A, Kosei Fujita defeated Daki Nagai. Block A, Violante Jr. defeated Robbie X. Block A, Taguchi defeated Jun Kasai. Block A, Francesco Akira defeated T-Time. Block A, Master Wado defeated Nick Wayne. Listen, I caught that one. I really enjoyed that one. Not like as much because you see the same repetitive matches and stuff, but at least it gives you something to kind of get a little bit of meat off of. But with that being said, try to put this down. Put it down a little bit. We had the Best Super Juniors on the 13th, which happened on the 5th, which is the other day. Matsumoto and Violante Jr. defeated Nakahara and Tiger Mask. We had TMDK, Harley Jackson, and Oiwa defeat Yasuda and Uemura. Jun Kasai and Nick Wayne defeated Unbound Co. El Desperado and Hayo defeated Sasuke and Big Togo. The House of Torture. Them doggone House of Torture people, I tell you. They make you want to fight. Fight for your life. They defeated. Let me see. There we go. Because my screen getting a little smaller on mine because I got my second laptop up. House of Torture defeated Aaron Wolf, Kushida, Taguchi, and Teriano. United Empire, Jacob Austin Young and Zane J defeated Unbound Co. We had the semifinals for the Best of Super Junior. I'm about to cry. It's going to come to an end. And I can't wait. Because I've been through 99 steps of grief. 99 steps of grief with this. Listen, let me tell you something. I love watching wrestling. But sometimes when they do the same repetitive shows, doing the same repetitive things, it makes you want to be like, what's the purpose of watching if you're going to keep watching the same thing over again? And that's the only thing that gets me about it. Is like, I don't want to keep watching the same repetitive show over and over again. So that makes you not want to watch sometimes. It makes you avoid watching. It makes you do. But, wrestling is wrestling. We had the semifinal match where Kosei Fujita defeated Robbie Eagles. In the second semifinal match, Yo defeated Master Wato. Master Wato. Master Wato. Listen, y'all don't know. Master Water get you. Let me see. Let me make sure this date. Okay, so this is not it. So we're gonna go on to GCW get survival. Guess what? Because we're doing previews. This has no matches listed, but it does come on the 7th on Triller TV. So make sure you watch. I will. I'm suggesting you do too. Okay. So then we're gonna go to this part right here where it's gonna be the final match. So this is the final countdown. I cannot wait. I don't know if you all can, but I can't wait. I cannot wait to get rid of this show. You know, I love again. I love my shows, but I don't love when it's like we take a whole month to get to the end of something that should be done within like a couple of weeks. It makes you want to truly fight. You be like, why am I why am I doing this? What's the reason? What's the purpose of it? That's what makes you want to fight is that you like, I know it shouldn't take this long. Ladies and gentlemen, it does. It makes you want to just if you all have not watched like a tournament with New Japan Pro Wrestling, it'll take you there. It'll take me through there. Take me through there, twin. That's what it's doing. So we have Yasuda and Nakahara and Tiger Mask versus Goto Revolutionary Army. Then we have El Fantasma, Jado, and Shota Umino versus United Empire of Akira, Jake Lee, Jacob Boston Young. So if y'all didn't know, now you know. We probably gonna get some bangers. I hate to say it like that, but it probably will be some bangers. Some real good bangers in the midst of this. We'll have El Phantasmo and I already said that. 609, Master Wado, Taguchi, and Sasuke, Nick Wayne, Violante Jr. versus Unbound Daki Nagai, Gato, Robbie X, Taji, Shimori, Tita. We have El Desperado. Listen, I ride for El Desperado. If you all do not know on this channel, I love me a good El Desperado. Does he come out with the swag? Like nobody, listen. If I had that swag, I would come out there like that too. Okay? Don't stop me from being great. So El Desperado, Hayo versus the House of Torture, Sho and Kanemaru. We have Kushida, Taichi, Uemura versus TMDK, Hartley Jackson, Robbie Eagles, Oiwa. We have Aaron Wolf, Jun Kasai, Toriano versus the House of Torture, Dick Togo, Rin Narita, and Yujiro Takahashi. We have United Empire, Callum Newman, Gretel Khan, Zane J versus the House, the Unbound Co of Asuka, Yudo Ice, and Yoda Suji. And then for the final match of the Junior, Super Junior 33, it will be Yo versus Koze Fujita. I really want to see who wins. I don't know if you all do. I want to see who wins. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, is Progress, Chapter 195, Wonder Brawl 2. Ladies and gentlemen, Wonder Brawl 2. Will be on the 7th. We have Simon Miller versus Nathan Black, Daz Black versus Keon Norton. I don't even want to mess his name up. Scott Oberman versus Charles Crowley. The Experience of L.A. Tyler and Scott Smithson versus Holly Barlow and Lana Austin. We have the Progress Tag Team title match for the Young Guns, Ethan Allen and Luke Jacobs versus 0121, Jola Maloney and the Man Like Doris. And then we have the Progress Atlas title match where Gene Mooney will be facing Kuga. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go on to this show right here, which is MLW Summer Beast. Okay. and it'll take place on the 12th. Most likely on the YouTube channel. I'm not for sure, but all the time comes on YouTube. It didn't state this time. This time, but there's no matches listed for it. I hate to say it. I hate to say it. Also, before the Summer of Beasts on New Japan Pro Wrestling, it'll be New Japan versus DDT Part 2. They don't have any matches listed either, but it does come on New Japan World and the app on the 8th. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, Wrestling Revolver, one of my favorite places to go for wrestling, will be having a show on YouTube on the 12th, and it's called Revolver No Country for Old Manser. Okay, if you all do not know, Mance Warner is a country, like, good old boy. And so I cannot wait for this show. I've heard some things. So I always know that Wrestling Revival will always have a banger for you. Ladies and gentlemen, we made it. That's the end. I had to input stuff. I'm sorry. Delete. I don't know what it's doing. Yeah, that was eventful. Okay. I didn't know that stopped at 100 slides. We've been above 100 slides before. I put a lot of slides in there. I think today it was like, not gonna work today. But we got through it. We stuck together. I appreciate all you all who stuck with me. Shout out to 10. If you all did not hear it, I'm gonna cry publicly. 10 said she ain't gonna do no more live streams for now. Hallelujah. Somebody help me. Because I wanted 10 to do a live so I could say to you all, I was rooting for you. I was rooting for you. You messed this up for us. Okay? Couldn't keep your mouth shut, could you? Just had to do the most. Listen, that would make me mad. 10 was out here fighting for you and you were fighting against her. Okay? That's all right. I'm gonna follow her wherever she goes. Like you should check out theeducatednatural.com. Join her groups. Learn some things. Listen, because I am. Listen, I'm trying to be up there with 10. I'm trying to be on 10 level. I'm trying to be 10 for the win. Listen, I'm gonna say it like this: 10 for the win, but Delores gonna get you in. There we go. Dale in the house. But again, check out 10, especially if you're a lady. Check out the women's closet. Actually, go to the educatednatural.com. Get her to help you with your website. Get her to help you with anything you need. She know it all. Listen, 10 know more than I do. Okay? And you know I try to learn everything. It's a skill of mine that I try to learn every single thing in my life. If you all haven't been checking out the channel, this is Black Music Month. Every day at 12 o'clock on my post, a Black music, prominent person in the Black music will be here and there. Okay? 12:15, then that's when I come in. My birthday is June 16th. Pretty girl. Gemini in the house. But my thing is that I have new subscribers. And a couple of years ago, when I got new subscribers and had got up to a good enough number, I put out things to get to know about me. So whether or not I love reading, that I love arts and crafts, that I'm a tech head or whatever, so you can get to know me a little bit better. So 12:15 every day that comes out. You see my cute face and my pink self every day for 16 days. Now, the Black Music Month post will come out literally every day to the end of the month. Also, this is Pride Month. Shout out to all my friends and family or whoever might be a part of the LGBTQIA plus community. Um, and also Juneteenth is coming up. So we got a lot of stuff going on, okay? But my birthday takes the first. Okay, the cake. Gotta be on top. Gotta be on top, okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, go check out theeducatednatural.com. Go check me out if you want some graphics, want to learn, need some private teachings. Listen, I'm not trying to charge you $9,000 to learn something, okay? And if you need somebody to run your stuff, hit that QR code with that pretty face on the inside. Or you can reach me right here. I am open to emails, open to you all calling. Listen, I am a tech head. AI is my thing. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. For those who are scared of I might come out with some more videos, some more things because AI is ever changing. You don't need to learn a 25-minute prompt to do something that can happen in 2 seconds. Okay? You don't have to write a great uh, essay to get something out. There's a microphone button, talk to it, and it'll do what you need it to do. Okay? Help yourself. Stop paying 99,000 people. And I'm gonna go on and say include myself too. That's why I try to make it where my conversations are recorded with you. You can do the things you need to do. So you can go back and look and learn on your own. And I've had so many people learn so many great stuff. And I cannot wait to share more with you all. And we might do the little vision party part two to see how your visions came and also talk about some different strategies and plans that we need to put together. So with all that being said, shout out to my good brother J News for coming in here. Oh, I needed him towards the end because I was fighting for my life. But I appreciate you all, and I hope to see you next week because we can't keep doing 5 and 6 weeks now. I don't know about my birthday. I gotta see what day. I think it's on a Tuesday. But I appreciate you. I love you, and thank you all. I so excited about my new computer. Actually, today the little mess up was on me because I clicked some stuff, but I'm absolutely loving my computer. It is big, beautiful, and bold. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I'm gonna tell you like I tell everybody else. We have come in here and we have set this thing on fire. Bam, bam. Oh my God. I don't know what to do, Dolores. It's on fire. Let me come and save you. Okay, I got you. Because I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the lights. Listen, cut off the lights. But don't like that candle because that's how you got in this predicament. You don't want to stay in this predicament. You want to get out of it, okay? Also, if I'm missing the camera, I'm used to my camera being a certain way and it's over here. But yes, okay, let's woosah. Let's lay down. Let's have a good time because we're gonna start out great. This is gonna be a great time to be alive, and it's also gonna be a great time to be on this channel because I'm gonna teach you some things. We're gonna watch some wrestling. We're gonna have some fun. Listen, because just 'cause 10 ain't going live don't mean I listen, I got to fight by myself. See, I ain't got no Ruby no more. I ain't got no ARD no more. I ain't got no 10 no more. But I got you. So I hope to see you next week. And until then, bye.